The Chargers get back in the win column, and it was kind of a tough stretch for them. Is this the real Chargers team we saw tonight, or is the previous 4 weeks what was really coming from the L.A. Chargers?
You know, I think this is the potential they have, and you saw that week 1 in Brazil. You certainly saw it tonight, but what was very impressive to me is Greg Roman, their offensive coordinator, is known as a run-first guy. Now, this year they haven't done that. They've had some injuries at the position, but tonight you rush over 200, and you see here on some of these, they went to big personnel. So a lot of this was 2 tight ends and a fullback. You only have 1 receiver on the field, and that's the Greg Roman way. So now all of a sudden, if you can get that aspect of your game going, we all know Herbert can make throws like this. So he's been throwing all year. He's looked good at that position. They obviously got Joe Alt back at left tackle, which was, I thought, massive. But then you also have Herbert doing your off-schedule thing. So, Jay, when you ask me if this is the real deal or what they could be, I say absolutely, especially if they can establish the run with Greg Roman's style. And I played under that offense for Greg for about a month. Everything else comes from that. So if you get a great run game like you had tonight, and then you have a great quarterback like you've had all year, and he can do the off-schedule stuff, they can be extremely, extremely dangerous. So definitely a great step in the right direction if you're a Chargers fan.
There was a time when we thought Carson Wentz could be a great quarterback. He's got a great arm.
Time wasn't tonight.
It wasn't Thursday night. And our producer, our senior executive producer, Kyle Lawson, big Minnesota fan, he's done. He's done with Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
He is done. How can Minnesota just flat out avoid a lost season here?
It's tough. It looks bleak right now. I'll say the silver lining is the more time you give, this team, both coaches, Flores on the defense and Kevin O'Connell, that's going to help because they're good scheme guys. But the big news is you need J.J. McCarthy back, and you need him to play well. That's the caveat here. J.J. did not look great. And we'll start by going with Carson Wentz. Like some of these plays, there's a free hitter here. It's 3rd and 2. You got to be able to see this stuff. Right. Like at his age, at his mental side of playing quarterback, these things shouldn't be happening. And even here, like move in the pocket, he almost looked immobile. Yeah. But we talked about J.J. McCarthy. I'll move on. To me, you ask if the season can be saved. If J.J. comes out here and plays extremely well, 1, it sets you up for the future. Yep. 2, maybe you get a little active in the wild card chase. Who knows? I do believe that tonight was a bit of a fluke for their defense. I think it's a better unit than what we saw tonight.
Yep.
So the saving grace is when J.J. comes back, which is supposed to be next week, if he can play well. But that's the big if, because the times we have seen him this year, he looked very raw and very inexperienced. So if he can somehow capture some magic, maybe the Vikings season can be saved.
He's basically, J.J. McCarthy has played 1 good quarter of NFL football in his career.
And the other quarters were not good football.
Not so good at all. Tough times for the Vikings. Let's check and see what's happening on Sunday night, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an exciting one because, Luke, if Aaron Rodgers is victorious against the team that drafted him, he will become just the 5th quarterback all time to defeat all 32 current franchises.
That's
fascinating.
A really cool stat. I love that.
Do you want to hear the quarterbacks who have done it?
Yes.
Of course, Brett Favre.
Yep. Joe Montana?
No.
Oh.
Drew Brees.
Really?
Tom Brady.
Okay.
And your boy, Peyton Manning.
That's an elite list right there.
That is an elite
list.
By the way, Green Bay hasn't won in Pittsburgh since 1970.
Wow.
They've lost their last 6 on the road against the Steelers. Don't forget, our show will immediately follow this game.